From Ashes to Flavor, The Inspiring Journey of Linh, the Duck Queen of Vietnam. Hello, everyone. Today I want to share with you a story that will touch your heart and light a fire within you. It's the story of a young Vietnamese girl named Linh, who came from poverty and turned her hardships into a beautiful journey of success. Her life will show you that no dream is too far when you work with passion, patience, and purpose. This is From Ashes to Flavor. Childhood in a Poor Village. In a small countryside village of northern Vietnam, surrounded by green rice fields and winding dirt roads, lived a girl named Linh. She was the third among 7 children in a poor farming family. Her father worked under the burning sun every day in the rice paddies, and her mother carried heavy bundles of grass on her back, her hands cracked from years of labor. Money was always short, but love was abundant. Dreams in the dark. Every night, Linh would lie on her thin bamboo mat, looking up at the old wooden roof. She often whispered to herself, "One day I will make my parents rest. One day they will no longer have to work in the fields." Those words became her secret promise. While other kids complained about studying, Linh studied by the dim light of an oil lamp, determined to break free from the circle of poverty. Life's harsh lessons. After finishing high school, Linh dreamed of going to college, but her family simply couldn't afford the tuition. Her father said gently, "Linh, your heart is strong, but our wallet is empty." So Linh made a tough decision. She left her village and took a bus to the city with nothing but a small bag of clothes, 500,000 Vietnamese dong, and a heart full of courage. The city of struggles. The city was loud, crowded, and unforgiving. At first, Linh worked as a dishwasher in a tiny noodle shop. Her hands were constantly soaked and her feet ached from standing all day, but she never complained. When she was fired because business was slow, she found another job cleaning houses. Then she worked as a caregiver for an old lady, then as a delivery girl, and even carried boxes at a warehouse. Each job left her more tired, but also stronger. The day everything changed. One rainy evening, Linh was walking home when she passed by a small roasted duck shop. The delicious aroma filled the air. The owner, a kind middle-aged man named Mr. Min, was closing his shop. Seeing her soaked and shivering, he invited her in for warmth. She told him about her life, her poor family, her dreams, and her determination to never give up. Mr. Min looked at her and said, "You remind me of my younger self. If you want, you can work here." The first opportunity from that day on, Linh worked at Min's roast duck shop. She cleaned tables, washed dishes, and served customers. But every time Mr. Min roasted ducks, Linh would watch carefully. She noticed how he marinated the meat, controlled the fire, and flipped the ducks with perfect timing. Her curiosity grew stronger each day. She wanted to learn, not just to earn money, but to master something valuable. Asking for a chance one evening, Linh gathered her courage and asked, "Uncle Min, can you teach me how to roast ducks?" He smiled kindly but said, "Linh, this isn't easy. You'll burn your hands before you get it right." But Linh replied softly, "Then let me burn my hands until I learn." Mr. Min was touched by her determination. "All right," he said, "if you're ready to work harder than anyone else, I'll teach you." The lessons began at dawn. Mr. Min taught her how to clean the duck properly, how to marinate it with herbs, soy, and honey, and how to roast it evenly over charcoal. The first few days were disastrous. Lynn burned her fingers, overcooked the meat, and cried in frustration. But she refused to give up. Each failure taught her something new. Her perseverance impressed Mr. Min deeply. "You have the heart of a true cook," he said one day. A spark of ambition. After months of practice, Lynn could roast ducks perfectly. Customers loved her flavor. Tender meat, crispy skin, golden brown perfection. One customer told her, "Your duck tastes better than any I've ever had." Those words planted a new dream in her heart. She thought, what if one day I could open my own shop? But she was scared. Scared of losing everything she'd worked for. Taking the first step, Mr. Min noticed her hesitation and said, "Lynn, every dream requires courage. Start small like I did in courage." Lynn decided to try. She borrowed a small amount of money from a friend and bought a used grill. She rented a street corner in front of a market and started selling roast ducks under the sign, "Lynn's Special Roast Duck." The first struggle. The first few days were tough. Customers passed by without stopping. She stood there from morning till night, smiling, calling out politely, offering free samples. Finally, one old man bought a duck and came back the next day with his friends. Word began to spread. "The girl at the market sells delicious roast duck." Soon her stall was full every evening. Growth through persistence weeks turned into months. Lynn woke up at 3 a.m., prepared ingredients, roasted ducks through the night, and sold them all day. She saved every bit of profit, not for herself, but to send money home to her parents. Her siblings could now go to school with new clothes. Her mother cried over the phone saying, "You make us proud, my child." That was all Lynn needed to keep going. The expansion after a year, Lynn's small stall became famous. She saved enough money to rent a small shop with a red signboard that said, "Lynn's Roast Duck, the taste of home." Business boomed. Her shop became the heart of the neighborhood. People came not only for the food, but for Lynn's warm smile and honest heart. Mr. Min visited her one day and said proudly, "You've surpassed your teacher." A storm to test her strength, but success never comes without trials. One night a fire broke out in the market. The flames spread quickly and Lynn's shop was destroyed. She stood in the ashes, tears streaming down her face, whispering, "Why now? When I've come so far?" Her parents told her to come home, but she refused. "I started from nothing once. I can do it again." Rebuilding from the ashes, Lynn borrowed a small amount, rented another space, and started roasting ducks again. This time right on the street. Her customers found her and supported her. Some gave her ingredients. Others helped rebuild her stall. The local news even featured her story, calling her the girl who wouldn't give up. Her determination inspired everyone around her. She realized that true strength is born in the darkest moments. The big break months later, a famous food blogger visited her stall and posted a video online titled "The Best Roast Duck in Vietnam." The video went viral overnight. People from all over the city came to taste her duck. Soon investors reached out, offering to help her open more branches. But Lynn said, "I will only grow if I can keep my soul in every dish." Love, honesty, and passion. The rise of a queen. Within 5 years, Lin's roast duck became a national brand. From Hanoi to Saigon, her restaurants were packed with customers. She opened over 100 branches and created jobs for hundreds of poor villagers, just like her family once was. At every grand opening, she stood before her employees and said, "Never forget where you came from. Never forget the hands that helped you rise." Returning home. One sunny afternoon, Lin returned to her hometown. Her parents were waiting at the old bamboo gate, tears in their eyes. She had built them a new house and a small school for local children. Her father said proudly, "You did it, my daughter. You gave us more than we ever dreamed." Lin smiled. "No, father, we did it. Your hard work gave me strength." The message Lin's story teaches us: 1. Nothing is free. Every dream has a price, effort, pain, and time. 2. Failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning of wisdom. 3. Help yourself first. When you work hard, others will see and support you. 4. Never forget your roots. Success is sweeter when shared with those who helped you rise. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this story inspiring or helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It truly means a lot and helps me create even more powerful stories for you. Remember, your dreams are waiting for you, but they only come true when you take action. Start today, no matter how small the step, because every great journey begins with a single move. Your move. Believe in yourself, keep going, and never give up. See you in the next video. And until then, keep chasing your dreams.